Hey, winners, Kevin Ward here. A great question, a great objection that I heard this morning is the market is so hot, we're going to wait a couple of months for prices to go up. You know what, Mr. and Miss Seller, that is a possibility. That is definitely an option. So again, now you're going to go into motivation questions. How soon you've got to know when they sell this house, where are they going next? Why are they wanting to move? What's taking them there? How soon do they want to be there, and so forth? Because a lot of this is going to be tied to motivation. If their primary motivation is to get as much money out of the sale of their house is now I'm going to have to start doing some clarifying questions for you. So you'll want to wait a couple of months for prices to go up because the market does seem to be pretty hot right now. So let me ask you a question. In a couple of months, if the market has gone up a little bit, but it looks like it's going to go up more in the next couple of months, do you think you'd want to wait another 4 months or 6 months or maybe even a year? Because if things keep going the way they go, prices could continue to go up. Does that make sense? Great. Now, when you sell this house, are you going to be buying another property? Now, bottom line is if they're going to be doing any kind of purchasing and buying another property on the other end, waiting is not a win because whatever they gain in appreciation in the house they have now, you're going to lose it when they have to buy the next property. Number one. Number two, there's no crystal ball. Market houses could keep going up, but I actually saw a report on Zillow this week that said where everybody's saying the market's going up. In LA County and Los Angeles County, as an example, prices have actually dropped a little bit over the first quarter of this year, which is kind of like, really, that was a surprise. So there's no crystal balls in this market and so forth. So tell me what's important to you about waiting for the prices to go up. What if prices don't go up? Are you okay with that? What if prices actually backslide a little bit? If interest rates jump up a little bit, it could make prices drop a little bit. There's a lot of different forces that cause the market to do what it's doing, and we are not in a gigantic escalating market. We're just not. Several reasons prices may be moderating now and settling down a little bit. One, a lot of pent-up demand with sellers who've been waiting for years to put their house back on the market or put their house on the market, and now everybody's hearing, the market's hot, prices are going up, so everybody's going to start putting their houses on the market. There's going to be a lot more inventory, I think, happening in a lot of the areas around the country and a lot around North America, and there's already some of that happening. The second thing is the cash buyers that have dominated the market over the last 2 years, which literally in most markets 30% or more of all transactions are now cash transactions, or they have been through big parts of the last couple of years. That's not sustainable because you've got a lot of professional investors who've been trying to snatch up property before it turns back up. That's going to go away. And number two, all the foreign money of people coming from outside of the United States coming in and jumping on, and they're just this impression that, hey, I've got cash, now's the great time to buy. That's not something that will continue forever. And we're still in a market where getting loans is still very, very difficult. You actually have to have a job, and you have to have money, and you have to have credit, and there's still a lot of people that don't have that stuff, and if they did, they would have already bought. Interest rates could possibly go up. That would, again, some different factors that could stop any potential housing boom or whatever. So there's still uncertainty about whether or not prices are going up or not, and again, your job with your seller is to educate them. However, the most important thing is still and always is going to be, what is their motivation to sell their house? They ask, is this a good time to sell? Well, it depends. Do you want to move? Do you have a reason to sell your house now and make a move? Because it's not going to ever be like it was back in 2005 in a lot of areas where, hey, if you own the house a year, you can make a 20% return. If you owned it 2 years, you can make a 40% return. If you wait another 6 months, you make 50%. Who knows? It was just crazy. It's not going to be like that again. We don't have a crystal ball. It goes back to motivation. It goes back to if they're buying another property, any gain they get on waiting for their property price to go up is going to be lost in the fact that the next purchase, their upleg property, is going to be going up as well. So interest rates go up a tiny bit, it can have a dramatic impact on their buying power if they're buying another property, and it can have a dramatic impact on who can buy their house because monthly payments on a mortgage go up dramatically as interest rates go up just a little bit. Compared to if prices go up a little bit, it doesn't really affect buyers as much as interest rates do. So there's a lot of unknowns that waiting could work to get you a little more money. It could also backfire. So the question is, why do you want to make the move? And that's what you focus on. So be powerful, engage opportunity. There are motivated sellers out there. Find them and play to win.